So we are live and in color. And my camera's still hidden. Hold on, y'all. What's up, Anissa? Appreciate you for stopping by. I'm late AF as per usual. As per usual. That wasn't a word. Y'all see how I'm already starting off fucked up? That just let y'all know that I'm all over the place. Today. But today I got time because we got a few little topics that we're going to talk about. If you want to join into the live, I might drop it down in a link in a comment. Maybe. I don't know. Appreciate it. Yeah, Bayan got his hair done. He think he cute now.
Y'all super duper fly. Y'all super duper fly.
He alright. Oh, and that's my co-host, Raw Be Privilege. Make sure you go subscribe to her channel. She be dropping real content.
Thank you.
When do you upload? On Wednesdays or Thursdays? Because we was playing phone tag, so I don't know.
Girl, I'll be uploading whenever I can, but I definitely go live on Monday nights and Wednesday nights and Friday nights with you. But the uploads, honey, they pop up random. I like those braids, girl. Those are cute.
Thank you. Yeah, y'all gotta excuse me because I'm family sharing it up. I was watching something else. Get out of my business.
So don't worry about it.
Yep. Ain't nothing but a G time.
Baby. Actually, let me go and share it out too while I'm over here talking shit.
Yeah, I just want y'all to know that Raw just was talking shit about us both being on camera. Need to be on camera. Who's still behind the camera, y'all? Raw probably laying in the bed with her feet kicked up. Like, I'm just gonna get my voice today. That's all I'm giving today. Don't ask me for nothing more, nothing less.
First of all, I am in my Jimmy Jam jams, okay? I'm in the office, but I'm in my pajamas. I ain't coming.
Talking all this stuff. Black people time.
Next week, though. Next week. I got you.
Oh, we started right next week.
Yeah, we starting right next week.
Oh, what else can I say? So I was gonna wait a minute for people to come in, but oh well. So with the first question I was gonna ask, I'm gonna go and actually the order of the email that I sent. That way it won't be confusing AF. But the first thing I'm gonna ask is about COVID-19. And y'all catch that video from last night because we was talking about COVID-19 shots on Robbie's channel.
Yes, it was really good.
But my first question is, do you think masks are effective? And if you do, why?
So that's a tricky one. I think masks are effective because if something is like sneezed on you, it's a less likely chance that you will get the particles inhaled. But, people have said if you could smell somebody's fart, then particles could still get through. And I hadn't experienced that, girl, until the other day, girl. I was in Walgreens and oh my God, somebody was so funky, girl. I had to take my mask off. I'm glad I had another mask in my pocket. Like
Ross said, I felt like he came through the mask.
Yeah, that mask had to just go. But I mean, honestly, Dr. Sanye had said that the masks are not necessary, just gloves are. Oh, okay. Excuse me, y'all. My son, he on his own way.
You heard what I just got to going through? I can't say nothing. This is real life right here. What's up, Anthony? Appreciate you for stopping by. First with me, I don't feel like they working just because the numbers are still fucking going up. Like the numbers haven't went down; they're steady going up. So if everyone is 6 feet apart and everyone's wearing a mask, why are the numbers still going up?
Exactly. Hey, Anthony, it is so good to see you. So good to see you. But I'm tired of wearing them. I don't wear the mask unless I go to the store, and a lot of times I forget, and I have to go back to my car to put the mask on because then I see the sign like you can't come in. Inhaling them particles and stuff. That's not a good look.
Yeah. The crazy thing is, right there in Oklahoma, you don't have to wear masks. It's posted up on the door. So they don't have to wear masks in certain parts of the world. What's on issue? So my next topic was like, do you know what's in the flu shot? Not the flu shot, but the COVID-19 shot, other than it having protein in it, like I said, been saying, and that is COVID, basically.
No, actually, I don't. I don't really know all the ingredients. I have been meaning to look it up, but I've been busy. Do you know everything that's in there? And your makeup
I,
is hella flawless today.
thank you. Girl, you could try to Google that. Like you could Google all the ingredients in any other medicine. Any other medicine that you might take, you Google all the ingredients in it, and it comes over the whole Wikipedia. But this COVID shot, this COVID vaccine, they don't have none of the ingredients in it, and we just basically know what they told us, which is what we about figured anyway. Because every vaccine that they come out with is the virus with protein, and it's supposed to somehow make you immune to it.
All
Yeah.
right. Oh, wait. I think I found it, sis. So what are they saying on this nonsense? And let me text it to you so you can share it on the screen if you want to. It says you're being offered the Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine to prevent coronavirus diseases 2019. Yada. Where's the ingredients? Hold up.
I show for the say that's the part that everybody want to know about.
What are the ingredients in the Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine? First of all, the fact that it's BioNTech, that should be a red flag for most, because that means it's not a straight vaccination. It's some other shit. But it says it has mRNA lipids, bias, which
And
is a
then
hexane 6.
I show for to say you know what those are because you are actually a registered nurse or was a registered nurse. I don't know, your status. I don't know how all that works. But for the normal person, they don't have to sit here and read those words and then turn around and Google it in layman's terms. So come on.
Yeah. And I don't think this is the full ingredients
I
list.
know it ain't. I
But
think they're
yeah,
trying.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just gonna say, I think they're trying to hide it from us or whatever. Like most ingredients, and most people don't even know what's in there. Just like when I say most nurses and doctors, when you ask them what's in a flu shot, when you ask them what's in an MMR shot, when you ask them what's in these vaccines, they don't know. They be like, well, you could Google it, and then when they Google it, and when you ask them, they can pronounce the words, but when you ask them, well, what is that? They don't know. It's like you're getting paid to take an educated guess. But what was you gonna say? Because I wasn't trying to cut you off.
No, that's fine. We need to get a screenshot of this and keep it, because on the FDA.gov website it says if you decide not to receive this vaccine, it will not change your standard medical care. But what is standard medical care?
I'm good on it.
Oh, child, girl, go on ahead, because I'll get all lost in the sauce real quick. Like the fuck.
What I was gonna say. Do you think the not the flu shot? I keep saying the flu shot. It reminds me so much of the flu shot because I just feel like it's gonna make you sicker. And then you know how they try to make you get the flu shot every year after you get it. But do you feel like COVID-19 just was something that was gonna naturally come out and it was naturally going to happen, or do you think China, the government, created it? My money's on the government, but yeah.
There's a lot of biological warfare items that have been being created by multiple governments. What I do know is that it's quite interesting, the timing. They just had the military games in Wuhan, and then we had this ridiculous outbreak. And I've been covering COVID from the beginning. Like, that's some crazy shit. And then when you look at that show, what was it? Tentaris.
Containment. Oh, okay.
No, Containment too. But when you look at Tentaris, that was the Japanese show that told about COVID-19 and what would happen. And you look at Containment and you look at movies like Songbird, it's like, well, damn, if this wasn't created and manipulated, they sure did a lot to make us comfortable with hearing these words. tuned into the possible, you know what I'm saying, things that could happen, especially containment. Yo, sis, I'm so glad you put me on that show. That show was banging.
I'm glad y'all enjoyed it because I don't even know if I think me and Jay was just strolling Netflix, because we're contained basically. But we were strolling Netflix and we came across that. And at first, I ain't even gonna stunt that preview when that girl had like sneezed that blood. I was like, and I was eating. I was a little bit salty. He stopped there, but after I ate, I sat there and watched it, and I was like, it's actually all right. I was a little salty that it didn't have multiple things. Oh, and do you think Bill Gates came up with the shot or have anything to do with it?
I do think he has something to do with it, especially with what we talked about last night and how this is being kind of marketed to target African Americans. We know from the video that I showed you guys before, that banned video. His family is heavily connected with eugenics theory, Margaret Sanger, Planned Parenthood, and Donald Trump wanted to cancel that vaccine. So that also ties in with what's going on with our present day government issues.
Okay, this is my last question on COVID. Then we can move to the next. Is what the hell is it? Do you think far as with the vaccine and trying to enforce it? Because it's been rumors saying that that we're not gonna be able to fly without it. We're not gonna be able to go to stores without it. We're not gonna be able, like certain people, are not gonna be able to get government. What do you call it? Government assistance without it. Yeah. Um, do you think that they're really concerned about the blacks' health, or do you think that is another way for big pharma and the government to make money off of us? Because really, what do we need all these shots for anyway?
That's a good question. But my thing is this, like, I don't know a lot of black people that be trying to fly unless it's like business related. So that's not really going to inhibit us. Now going to the store and stuff like that, a lot of people grew up in the church, honey, and we've been told since before we could understand that if you got to get something to buy some stuff and trade in goods, that's the mark of the beast. So now we're going to see if Christian upbringing, it trumps, no pun intended, government influence. Because all those black people that I know that I've been growing up with all my life, that say, oh, well, if it comes down to that, I'm not going to get one. We're going to see what they finna do.
Is it still doing it raw?
A little bit.
Like the Wi-Fi is off.
Well, you can expect to have more Wi-Fi issues
When
because
it's off.
Wow. They're going to be rolling out these power outages, these service interruptions. The FCC just made it mandatory that everybody be able to access the emergency alert system, including people with disabilities. So guess what that is, though? That's putting people on government assistance.
Oh, it's like something else. Also, okay. So I'm not even gonna get into this topic too much because I don't want the whole conversation to go there or the chat to go there. But you know how these privileged people stormed the White House and all this and all that or whatever, and they could go turn themselves in, and one person got shot. Oops, yeah, I read it. They're trying to charge them with terrorist treason and all this stuff for like breaking and entry and everything else. So how is it that how is it that the government can try to force someone to get a vaccine and y'all not be considered terrorists yourself? I mean, I'm just saying. So because it says that if you're doing a terrorist act, or I feel like you're doing a terrorist act, like if you have to sit here and forcefully come to my house to make me take a vaccine, that's a terrorist act because I didn't invite you in. So who's gonna police the police or the government, or how does that work?
Nobody. That's why what is going on now is going on, because there's the people that are trying to police the nonsense are getting excommunicated. They're getting kicked out. They don't want to be policed. They want everybody to go along to get along. And I ain't gonna go all the way there, honey. But this whole situation, everything that's going on, it seems real scandalous.
I wonder what happened to that show Scandal. But
They ain't want to give Donald Trump no ideas. No, I'm just playing.
no, that was more so Clinton with the scandal, sleeping with a black woman, having a baby with a black woman.
Honey.
In the hood, but I mean allegedly. Clinton. My next question or next topic is on blacks in business or black-owned businesses. I was gonna ask, do you think that it's important to have a black-owned business or to support black-owned businesses? Do you think it's important basically in the United States to have a black-owned business and for us to support our businesses?
Absolutely.
Why if you do? Why if you don't?
Absolutely. That's the only way we're gonna get wealth. Even people I don't like, if you black, I'm gonna buy something from you. Just off the strength. Just off the strength. Like, let's get it. Let's have more Super Sense. Let's have more Rihannas. Let's have, you know what I'm saying? More people breaking into these industries that are trying to exclude us, that do not cater to us, that don't know anything about our life.
And quite frankly, really don't want us in their stuff. They stores.
Say that.
So my answer to the question, and I think I forgot, I think I'd be answering this before. My answer to the question is, yeah, I think it's important because we need to start funding our own schools and our own nonprofits to help our own community. So that's why I feel like it's important. Do you feel like black people know how to run a business, like just based on like the black businesses that you have went inside or the black businesses that you have shop with, whether it's online or like at a brick and mortar? And when I say run it, let me explain it. I mean, on the back end, like far as with the financing, all the legal stuff you're supposed to have on top of the customer service.
No.
Oh, I said it wrong. Just flat up. Wow, now to say it like that. No.
Because people really, they don't know. They don't have a clue about the trademarking and the copywriting. And it's a lot of stuff to learn when you're becoming a business and how to protect yourself every step along the way, which is why I have the Butterfly for Business, tier on my page. And I'm going to be talking to my people about that because it's a lot into it. You got to do research. And a lot of Black people just want to be told what to do. They want somebody else to give them the formula instead of creating their own recipe. What you think about it, sis?
I think a lot of it goes. What the? I didn't know what I was gonna do. No, I was looking for something. Anyway, first with knowing how to run a business, I feel like some people have good customer service, but like in a state of art, like far as just the customer service basis, I think some people try to run it good, but I just feel like some people, if you don't, I think it's more so your personality and the people that's working on the forefront of your store. Like some people actually have good customer service and speak to you and actually can help you and stuff like that. And some people feel like I got a business, you in my store, and what do you want? Like what? So I feel like it just depends on the person. And I also feel like in Arkansas, the businesses only really survive if it's like a brick and mortar or a boutique or whatever. It's if the person's popular. Like I feel like stuff works for people that's popular. It can be stupid, it can be ugly, but if you're popular, you can do it. You come out with any type of t-shirts, you come out with any type of anything, and it's just gonna work. Versus somebody that's not as known or not as popular or really don't give a fuck.
And this is what I'm saying. And that's why I said, it's not about popularity when you're building a business. Yes, popularity does play into it and it does help people out. But if we look at popularity on its face, what it really is advertising. So if you're a person that's not popular, you better get into a good advertising agency and be prepared to spend the money to advertise your business to entice people to want to come. When it comes down to the customer service, if you know you are not a people person, then it behooves you to get an agency, an employment agency that will hire friendly people, people. Like, I ain't
I
want to
feel
say it
like
like that, but
but the solution for that is you can also sell your product on other like platforms. It don't necessarily just have to be your store. It can be bigger than just your store. And I feel like people don't know that. But I feel like a lot of black people, as far as with the back end, they don't know stuff because it's not getting taught in our schools. And I feel like that's another reason why black people should want to come up with black businesses or help black businesses or help fund black businesses so those black businesses can get successful in fund schools and nonprofit programs. So maybe we could, at that point, we could teach our kids what we want our kids to know. We could teach our kids credit. We could teach our kids business. We could teach our kids geometry. Like we could teach our kids what we feel like it's missing in a regular school system.
yeah, and I 150% agree with that. But you have to realize too, a lot of black people, they know all the cheat codes for Madden. They know how to, you know what I'm saying, win a game of Call of Duty. They know how to get all the promo codes when they shopping for some fly shit on the internet. If you're doing research to do all of that, do research on building a business. See, wanting to be famous for living our best life. I prefer to be the person that created the cardboard box. You know how much money they making right now?
Bruh. Or the coffee cup, the coffee
Bruh.
lid for the cup. Simple stuff. What's my next question gonna be? Why do you feel like black people always want a discount? Like when they shop at your store, I don't understand that. You could go in Walmart and pay full price. You could go in Louis Vuitton and pay full price. You could go to Gucci and pay full price. Why, if it's Lil Ray Ray online shop, you want a discount code?
Because they don't value your business because you're black.
Sad.
I do like the major retailers do. If it's a holiday, if it's a flash sale, if there's a specific item that I want people to buy, all right, cool. Then we give it a discount. But just a blanket discount, you are blankly saying that your business is not worth.
Basically, yeah. What I was gonna say? Do you feel like it's just because they are like, what's up? That's my sister, that's my brother type stuff. Then they want to pull that card, and they feel like, it's really. I mean, you got the hookup, I got the hookup, and they don't know no better, or you just feel like it's just flat out they just don't care about your business.
They don't care about your business because I don't care how much I know somebody. Like if they're doing business, and especially if I know them, I'm going to order more from them. I'm going to pay them the full price because they're a brand new business and they're just starting out. And most businesses start out in the red and they can't afford to give any shorts because they need every penny. And Crazy Horse, you're exactly right.
Yep. Why do you think the black community puts so much on other people brands like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and stuff like that versus supporting their own brand, like what everybody else do?
Because it's a status quo.
Why are they so higher though? Why we a lot of trends and a lot of stuff be put on because we put it on. So why do we as black people, like not me and you, but just our community, put so much emphasis in making that stuff popular versus someone else's? Is what I don't understand. Because it'd be just cheap.
Because the celebrities that people worship and idolize wear these things. And then they're going all these fancy places. So I feel like people kind of want to transport themselves mentally to a status that they're not on to forget about the life that they're in. But
kind of like the Keeping Up with the Joneses quote.
Right. But with Rihanna, like I respect her because she took her money from the music industry and she created a business that she knew was going to be viable, that people would buy into as a black woman. And not only is Fenty makeup, Fenty is starting to brand out into clothing, nail polish. I'm pretty sure Rihanna's going to have a shoe if the shoes aren't already out.
Yeah, she got shoes, clothes, lingerie.
Right. And there's You so silly, stinky. I can't.
And I
I
don't buy
stink.
it, but yeah.
See, I got to look into that. But you know, a lot of these celebrities though, they just take their money and they waste it. And you know what? Shout out to Rihanna and Jay-Z as well. I mean, Beyonce and Jay-Z as well. Lord, I said Rihanna and Jay-Z. Beehive, don't come for me. Don't. My bad.
Ooh.
But Beyonce with that Ivy Park, that was so ingenious for her because she's always working out. It makes sense for her brand. Jay-Z with the music procurement. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I need people to get on that type of status. Maybe it's just me.
I'm real
What
salty, y'all.
about
That my
you?
camera steady freezing. What about me? What was my last question? Why do I think black people won't always want a discount? I honestly
Mm-hmm.
don't know, other than the fact that they just feel like they could get it at a cheaper price from you. And like you said, they don't value your business at all. Like the fact that you done sat here and did all the steps and all the stuff that you need to open a business, to start a business. Like, bro, like if you don't know how to make your own designs, your own logos, you don't really just have the money to pay for the platform and stuff like that, or anything else like within that. If you don't know that sector, and then you have to figure that out about, getting your business license, you got to get this permit, that permit. It's like a lot of stuff that goes in behind it. And you come in my store, and instead of supporting me because we're the same race, you want me to lower my prices. But when you go somewhere like I said, Gucci, you don't ask them for a discount because they already looking at you like, why the fuck are you in here? You
Hmm.
don't got it. Even if you do have it, they still gonna look at you like you a nigga that ain't got shit. So I just don't understand why. Beats the hell out of me. Um. Yeah. As far as with the brands, I don't really make a point in like with other people brands. I don't. It's certain stuff that I would buy with far as like the branding part. Like I would get a Louis Vuitton purse, a belt, maybe some shoes. But am I gonna go broke to get it? No. Is it a priority? No. Because it's always have been, it's not what you wear, it's how you wear it. You can sit here and have nothing like right now, you don't know what I have on. Like you don't know what brand this is, anything like that I have on. But if you make it good, it look good. And if you look like trash, it look trash. Like that's where the real talent come in, if the real style come in, is if you can make whatever work. You're supposed to be able to make whatever you wear look good.
Mm-hmm.
My
That's true,
next,
girl. You know you got over. That's a Versace top. Stop it.
I wish
Versace,
I would.
Versace, Versace.
I wish I would have some clothes. No, ma'am. Now, purse, I can see a purse, and then that gets tricky because it's like I can see a purse maybe once or twice a year. Like I will use Louis Vuitton for example because I actually like their purses. So I can see buying one or two of those a year. But like I'm not gonna have five Louis Vuitton purses, and for why? Like that don't even make sense to me because you can sit here and put that money somewhere else that make you make money versus sitting here making somebody else rich. So I guess if I look on like a shopper's perspective, it's like I mean that's like one of the hottest things that's out this and the third. And like I'm gonna keep that purse a while. I'm not gonna sit here and wear it. I can't dry it. I can't do this. I gotta take it to the cleaners. I gotta do that. If I got a stain on it, like oh my god, like to me you already can afford it then. But I'm still the type of person that's not gonna sit here and spend that much money on the same material that I can get for like $50, but you want me to
uh,
spend 1,500.
right. Who? Wait a damn minute. Hold up. Has Rihanna lost her mind? Now, see, sis, I love you, but these prices, girl.
I used to have her for her fancy clothes.
Yes.
Yeah, I will always stick with the Puma, and I stick with her makeup, and her lingerie. Everything else, no ma'am. But that was her. That's it. Now you see how you seen those prices. That's like a the designer that helped her design it. It's like a person that designs for Louis Vuitton and Gucci and people like that. So they
Oh,
hike
that
up
makes
these
sense
prices.
then.
So
Yeah.
it's like her brand in the luxury stands and stuff like that. That's why I said, why is it that we can support Louis Vuitton at prices like that, but we can't support fancy at prices like that?
Oh, I don't know.
Like
I don't support nobody in on prices like that, honey.
I'm not
Eight hundred
talking
and ten
about
dollars.
you in
I know we
particular.
talk about black people in general, but black people, no, honey, no, no, no. Y'all don't. Ooh, eight. Ooh, chat. Ooh.
Yeah, like she had a denim dress style. Like I think it was like $1,500, and I was like, I wish the fuck I would. I could buy my whole winter clothes for that. But I mean, I'm cheap on certain stuff. I'm cheap on stuff that I can't keep. Like I could do the belt because I'm gonna keep that for years. I could do the shoes because I'm gonna keep them for years. I can do the purse because I'm gonna keep it for years. But it's not something that I just have to have. It's not nothing I'm gonna go broke to get. Because who the fuck I'm trying to impress? And we quarantine.
Right. Like this jacket. Oversized padded denim jacket,
Yep.
$940.
Yes, ma'am. You know what I could do with $940? You know how much inventory or whatever I want to buy I can do with $940? And I'm gonna spend
Hell
on
yeah.
one item.
Ooh, I wish I'm that rich one day that I could just go on the shopping spree and break this whole website, honey. Child. Not that I would, but I just want to be able to be that rich that I could. God damn. Ooh, child,
So
these.
I was gonna say, moving on professionally and swiftly. The
Sorry,
next topic
I'm
is
blown right now.
I guess because I already seen it. Like when she had dropped it, I had already seen it because I actually like Rihanna. But when I seen that, I was like, nah. But the next topic is nonprofits. What was my first question? So the first question was if we had more businesses, and I'm still speaking on the black community. So if you got an issue with that, then I mean it's in the fucking title. So I just don't even really know what to tell you.
I'm
But
with you.
I'm just saying, like, uh, bro, do you think that if we had more black-owned businesses, that we would have more nonprofits? And do you think that if we did, that the nonprofits would be beneficial?
Hmm. I am conflicted about that because I know people that have nonprofits and they just use their nonprofits as a tax shelter. They don't really do anything for the community per se. So
Yeah,
I
I
would
thought that was
love.
illegal as hell.
Hmm, it is, but it's not. It just depends on how your accountant sets you up. But
Child.
there's a lot of ins and outs and like tax code and laws that you can move around with a non for profit. So in that regards, I do feel that the non for profits are worth it. But if you're just gonna have a non for profit as a place to park money, nah. But if you are actually gonna build something, cool. But again, the way our community spends money on name brands, a non for profit is not great unless you could get the community to invest in, you know?
Yeah,
What you think about it though?
I think if you had the right people that want to actually do something, like you said, for the community, then it works. Or want to do something for a particular group of people, then it works. Like if you want to have a nonprofit that actually not just when we're in a pandemic, but in general, supply meals to certain kids. If you want to have a nonprofit that help kids with autism, cerebral palsy, or anything like that, or fund kids to be able to do certain things, or help kids on Christmas that may not get it, like, or help people, adults that have autism that, are on some type of government assistance, help them be able to pay their bills. Like, it's a lot of stuff that you can do that somebody else is not fucking doing. But, it's all about funds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of your income, over 50% of your income that you get to take from your business and switch to your nonprofit. So, but at the same time, to get grants and stuff like that, they be wanting you to be in business for a while. So I can kind of get why some of the money be sitting there, but it just really depends on how much money just be sitting there. Because you could do something as simple as, like I said, donate certain stuff to certain kids with certain needs.
I
But
don't know
that's just
because
my take on it.
then too, you can't fully own your non for profit.
Yeah, I
Non
know
for
that.
profit, they have to be willed or passed down or given to somebody that's in the same category. So that's why I'm leery of nonprofits myself. Because what do you do if you've poured so much money into something and now you want your money out and you just want to walk away? You can't.
Yeah, you can't get your money back, but I feel like if you actually had like a real like reason of why you started a nonprofit, It's not gonna be like, oh well, I can't get none of that money. Don't invest in a nonprofit. It's other places that you can send your money to get a tax write off other than nonprofit. But it's speaking on helping the community and helping people in general. Like I feel like we wouldn't be so messed up if we did that because the schools are nonprofits, the homeless shelters are nonprofits, all that stuff is like normally a nonprofit. Now why the churches are nonprofit, girl, don't get me along with that.
Well, because most churches, I think they throw in a little community service portion, or they're supposed to. But that's another thing with the non-for-profits. Like the government has to be all in your business. So if you're really trying to do something for a government that wants to eradicate the community, how does that work?
Well, it's not doing nothing for the government. It's doing something for the community.
Right, but you have to get approval from the government. You got to
I
get a
don't
lot
know.
of approvals because with the non-for-profits, you wind up being tax exempt. And even in order to get that tax exempt status, you have to go through hoops and loops with the government to get that approval rating. So once you get that approval and you're tax exempt, then every quarter you have to submit your books to the government. Someone has to go over it and make sure you're in compliance. And that's the issue for me. See, like with the
Yeah, I was
LLC.
gonna say the compliance part. Yeah, I know they do that, but it's not hard to get a nonprofit set up or like the numbers are. That's really not hard. It's just as easy as a LLC as far as the paperwork and getting it set up. It's just you can't get that money in a nonprofit and be doing fugazi ass shit with it. You're gonna have to actually do what you say you're gonna do for a nonprofit. And if they see that you're not doing it, they're more so into the books now because you had people, you know, basically someone else fucked up the nonprofit for us or for anybody that actually want to do something, or they need it for this or they need it for their business. They can't do that. They have to spend that money on it because people was basically money laundering with the nonprofit. But what was you going to say about the LLC?
Mm-hmm. You can donate just as much of your income with the LLC to charity. You know what I'm saying? Situations. The only difference is with the LLC, you wind up paying taxes on what you do, but you still get the write-offs for the charitable contributions.
My only thing with that is I want the charitable contributions to be given to something that I actually believe in and know that where it's actually going. Because it's not a lot of stuff for minorities. But
Facts.
moving right along,
You're so silly.
do you think the black community will benefit off a nonprofit? Was my next question. Or do you think it'll just
Yeah.
make people lazy?
No, I think nonprofits can be beneficial because they can help people that are struggling and suffering and going through a thing. You know, I do some charity work with my business too. I know you plan on doing charity work and you may have done some charity work already. So it's good in that regards. But there's always that group of people that mess it up for everybody, over abuse situations, then take advantage. And I think that's what makes it hard for any business person in this community. What do
Facts.
you think?
Facts. I think it'll be beneficial. Like I said, like I just feel like it's beneficial if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing by the nonprofit, or if the nonprofit is something that's actually going to help the community, or you're actually trying to help the community. I don't feel like we need. I don't feel like we need a nonprofit that's already doing the same thing that somebody else is doing. Like Arkansas has a thing where they help you pay the lights and the water, but when they run out of funds, they don't have it. So, like I said, with people that have probably some type of mental illness or something like that, if this nonprofit was solely for them, or if this nonprofit was solely for people that have cancer and stuff like that, to help cancer patients pay their bills or pay their rent or whatever, like I think then it would be a good thing. But it just depends on it just depends on the nonprofit. I feel like we don't need too many of the same goddamn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like something gotta make it unique, something gotta make it different. So speaking on nonprofits, do you feel like all black school or all black autism school or both or whatever will be beneficial to our community? If so, why? And if not, why?
No, because as it stands, we've already been integrated. So putting our children in spaces where they only see them, it limits their cultural experiences, and it pushes forth this prejudice ideology. Now, I think that children should be integrated in schools to be integrated in society, but I do think that there should be programs for after schools and weekends in which our children really get together, and it's not just like, you know, everybody's being babysat, that there's actually structure. You know what I'm saying? And a syllabus being taught. What do you think?
You talking about far as like after school program, making sure they have structure.
Yes, like after school programs, weekend programs for the kids, even camps in the summertime. Did you notice, however, whenever it's something for our children to go to that's supposed to enrich them, they don't really have a syllabus. They don't really stick to a plan. It's usually just the kids playing, or, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. I don't want my children just to play all day. What do you think?
Far as the kids playing all day, like that don't make no sense. But then you have some parents that like it because they're like getting all their energy out, so they feel like they're gonna come home and just go straight to sleep type thing. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and as far as for all black schools and all black autism schools, yeah, I think it will be beneficial for the simple fact it's a lot of stuff that's being taught that's not taught correctly. So I feel like if you have the right people working with your child to have autism, and then if you have the right people working with your kids on a regular basis in school, teaching our real history, not the fact that we were just slaves, because that's really not all our history. That's just, I mean, come the fuck on now.
Hmm.
We was the first people here. They don't, we don't learn about credits. We don't learn about credit. We don't learn about business. We don't learn about our real history because, I mean, come the fuck on. We all know how America was really built. So this Thanksgiving and all this crap and Christopher Columbus finding, nah, like, nah, nah. And there's a lot of people that don't know that. And far as how, with the kids being like, far as cursive writing being took out of schools, like, I think it should be people here to be like, nah, I don't want that. But at the same time, they could go to board meetings and stuff like that, as far as with the cursive handwriting and stuff like that. But I just feel like if you have someone that's really like focused on black kids learning their actual history and learning in a way that someone else understands, like they own kind understand, like if your child has ADHD, most people know how to deal with it. Like, boy, you ain't nothing wrong with you. Sit down and this, that, and third. They know how to talk to us, and it's just different benefits that I see with it. Not saying they can't have white friends, Mexican friends, Japanese, what the hell ever. I feel like you should go get a passport and travel if you want your kids exposed to something other than black people.
I mean, I hear you.
What was I gonna say? Do you feel like it should be? Do you feel like a mom and dad, or just a person that want to start a nonprofit, should have a nonprofit for these service dog fees for kids that have autism? And basically, I'm on my autism topic now. But I'm on
Yes.
both.
Yes, I think they should. Why not? I think that would be super cool. Like, I mean, let me tell y'all something because we have a dog, baby.
No, I'm talking about like an actual autism service dog. They have those, and they have programs that's non-profits, but they want you to sit here and fundraise $20,000 to $30,000 to get this damn dog. So I feel like it should be non-profits that actually will pay that fee for you because most people can't afford it. Even if I could afford a damn dog, I can't afford that. That's a whole new car.
Wait, they want you to pay how much for a dog?
17,000, or they want you to fundraise it. The same dogs that are trained, they train the dogs until they about to work with kids with autism, and they train them. My biggest thing with it is it helps with safety because a dog is not gonna let a child with autism just run up after the street and stuff like that because you can buy a little belt or it can come with the harness that keep that child with them. It keeps them calm because they have something to pet. Like studies have been shown that it's actually beneficial for kids with autism to have a service dog. And so you have companies that know it's a lot of parents now that have kids with autism. So now you have companies or nonprofits that's like, well, we spent this much money to train the dog and work with the dog. We gotta get paid to get flown out here and work with you for 2 weeks, this, that, and the third. And y'all charging people what they original price supposed to be is 40 to 60,000, and they charging people anywhere between 17 to 30,000.
Okay, so we have a dog, and we have had this dog a little bit of forever now. Michael is a little bit mean to the dog, y'all. He's rough, but Fluffy loves him and lets him pet him and hug him up and all type of stuff. I don't think that. I think if somebody wanted to start a non-for-profit for that, that would be, get people money or help pay the people that are doing this. Cool. But charging parents that much money, hell no. Go on ahead
Yeah,
and get your little
exactly.
puppy when your baby is a baby, regardless. Because I think every kid should have a pet. That's just me. That's my judge. Every kid should have a pet. Get a puppy when your baby is a baby so they grow up together. And guess what? Your pet is already going to be trained to protect that child. That's what dogs do. Oh my! I wish somebody would tell me $17,000 for a dog.
A whole new car, ma'am. Whole new car. So my next question is basically the rest of this stuff is gonna be about autism. It actually wasn't a long live today, but do you think that MMR shot had anything to do with our kids having autism? And I'm
Yes.
speaking to you just because we both have kids with autism. Why do you think so?
Well, because a long time ago, I read a study from a doctor that said the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccination is said to cause autism. Then all of a sudden, a few months later, when all of these anti-vaxxers were birthed and demanding compensation from the company that creates the MMR vaccine, that doctor's report was debunked and said to be retaliatory against the company he was working for. It wasn't the truth. And honestly, when you look up vaccine injury cases, a lot of people are winning. You can't win a vaccine injury case unless you prove injury from a vaccine. What do you think about it, sis?
I think that that's the reason why kids have autism. I feel like it is like how people talk about like the COVID vaccine when they come up with it or whatever, or before they was coming up with it, how they was like, you have a side for the rich and then you have a side for the poor. I don't know what's in it. And these doctors really don't know what's in it. And I actually regret giving any of my kids shots, come to think of it, because you're just doing what you think you're supposed to be doing because the doctor said do it. And the doctor ain't doing shit but taking an educated guess. So, yeah, I think it's part of the reason for that.
Right. And that's so true. And as somebody that has worked in the healthcare field, I'm going to tell you guys, they definitely have two different sets of vaccines. I told someone else this, they didn't believe me. And then they did their own research and found it out to be true. And I think with my daughter, how she escaped having autism is because I was on her doctor. We had the same doctor from when she came into this world, honey. And I'm like, what is this vaccine? Is this vaccine going to give her a problem? Blah, blah, blah. Every time she gave her a vaccine, even though she's right. She was like, oh, I don't care. Every time I was on. So she might have pulled all her vaccines from the good pal, honey. I don't know. But out here in Arkansas, I see that these kids out here got autism at rates that are unreal. But everybody has to pretty much go to Children's Hospital. And Children's Hospital is, they're supposed to be the biggest hospital in the country.
But they hospital in Little Rock, that one, the one that you're talking about that I can't stand.
But they also give services away to children for the free. So when we're talking about the vaccines that are not of good quality for poor people, yeah, they get it.
Yeah, do you find it funny that a lot of these doctors that come out, like that doctor that said, basically, it is leading to autism, this, that, and the third. Do you find it funny that if he didn't come back and recant his statement, that normally when people don't come back and recant their statement and stuff like that, these same doctors and people that do this research end up dead or missing?
Child.
So, yeah.
There's
Next
that.
topic. Do you think ABA works for kids with autism, and why or why not?
Honestly, I don't know, because My son never got the chance to get the ABA because we already had Tefra. And they told me out here that they couldn't help me with him because we had Tefra already. So because I was a proactive parent, I was punished. Have you used ABA? What do you think about it?
I think it actually helps. I know Julian and Jackson, they like the one-on-one. They like the fact that someone is there with them, helping them, and they're actually coming back saying more words. They're coming back doing more things. That Jackson came in yesterday and told me something about some. He would ask me for a cookie, which he have never said. Then I gave him a cookie. He gonna eat it, and he was like, delicious." Like, what? You
Go
just
ahead.
what? Delicious? And now Julian, he's more so saying stuff like, come on, mama, come on, daddy, let's go to school. Or he'd be like, I won't drink more. So it's like working on little things like, can I have more drink? And I want more, or drink more, or something like that is what he's been saying. But shit, he's talking. He's saying something, which 6 months ago he wasn't saying a lot. So it's like it's actually working. To me, it works. It's been helping with his speech. Now, Julian and Jackson, for the school that they go to, they've been like, for kids to have autism, they are shocked of how much they know and how much they say. And I kind of don't understand it, because if you ever like watch kids with autism and stuff like that, they are actually fucking smart as hell. They might not be able to talk, but if they gonna type it down or write it down, they be knowing what the fuck be going on. So I don't know who lied to y'all. Uh, but yeah, they're shocked. I guess the only thing that we have a concern with, or the school has a concern with, is them like going backwards and not talking. We don't really have an issue with that, or me and Jay don't think that's gonna happen, just because they talk to each other. So it's like I don't see them going backwards, before they start talking. But you
Mm-hmm.
never know.
Don't let them get no
Ooh,
more shots.
think we have.
Hmm.
Uh, what was I gonna ask? So the next question was, do you think moms and dads should get the RBT certificate?
I think that moms and dads should do everything that they can to know how to best take care of their children and to help them. Like, information is power, education
Yeah,
is power. So, yes, I completely think that they should. What about you?
yeah, I feel like you should do it. It's nothing but like a week training, so I don't understand why you wouldn't have it.
Hmm.
Um, do you think it should be more than like 2 or 3 nonprofits to help you get the training?
Yes, because everything is based off popularity. As many non-for-profits as we could get in, even though we want every non-for-profit to be unique, if they're under that same umbrella, hey, we don't have any more funds over here, but you can go over to this program, and this program still has funds, and get the help that you need. Because you
Yeah,
may be able to raise $100,000. I may only be able to raise $50,000, but together for that cause, that's $150,000.
that part. First with the BCBA, uh, degree certification, I don't even really know what to call it. Do you feel like people that have kids with autism should be exempt of having to have a college education? I know you have a college education. I do too, but it ain't no degree, so I ain't gonna sit here and stuff like that. It ain't no 4-year degree. But the people that actually want to learn about the people that actually want to be a BCBA, do you feel like they should, the parents anyway, should be exempt from you have to have a college degree before you can even take a 10-month course?
Yeah, I think that kind of, if you can pass an entry exam, then that should be that.
Yeah, I agree, because it's a 10-month course. Like it's a 10 to 12 month course. It just really kind of depends on your level. Even the people that I know that have like actual like bachelor degrees and stuff like that in nursing, or have it in psychiatry and stuff like that, they're like, this, my past background didn't have anything to do with that. Like that was totally different. Like I'm shocked I even passed it. That is actually hard. And they was like, I I don't get that. And I didn't like the fact that it had like some of the questions wasn't in a materials. And the last question was, do you think that people should get a petition started going on with that so we can have an exemption to basically get more education about our kids' autism? Maybe we could better help them.
Absolutely. Why not?
No, maybe people just not starting it. I don't know what the issue is.
But yes, I believe we should have petitions for anything you want to do to make your voice heard. Do it. I don't know.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was gonna ask you your final thoughts right there.
You're so silly. I don't know. This was a good bill as always. People, live your best life. Live out your dreams. If it's something that you want to do, if it's something that you feel is going to add value to your life, do it. Go all in and let have. Like, the only thing to fear is fear itself. Yeah, that's kitschy. It is what it is.
Yeah, that was all of the topics. I don't have nothing else to say with that one. Do anybody want to come on and have a 2 cents that y'all want to add in? You might want to speak now, forever hold your peace.
Yeah. Say yo. I'm just playing. Oh, I might have to hit these people up and get to going off. I need a case manager for my child. I'm tired.
I supposed to be sending you the attorney. It's an attorney that's doing this stuff pro bono.
Oh yes, I need his information. Gracias.
I'm not gonna sit him play with you.
Gracias por llamada. I don't think. Are you gonna drop the link down?
Oh hell, Rob, don't be coming for me, because when I asked them, they didn't say nothing, so I was like, I ain't gonna say hands fuck with them.
So I ain't even gonna play with it. Y'all ain't coming up here in front of me. Thanks, Anthony. Do you see the Purple Diva says they have education programs now to get degrees in autism related fields. That's really good. Finley says that's great, Nicole. Yes. It worked a little with my son. They had it, but you have to be consistent. Yeah. Oh, see, it's nice to have regional centers. Michael actually has been doing a little talking himself, but he's hella shy. So he never really wants to speak to people. I'll be trying to grab him on the camera for y'all. And he'd be like, Ma, get out my face with the camera. He just looks at me like,
no, you know damn well, man.
Right.
I'm doing the same way. There you go. It took me about 20 years to figure that out.
That's okay. You got me up here with you, girl. Mouth almighty, tongue everlasting. Aha.
I'm not gonna sit here and play with you, Rob. Hey, so y'all wanna come up, hit that link. I think Anthony said he have a child with autism. If not, y'all got a good minute before I just be up out of here.
So silly. Girl, you know ukulele dude done commented on my video chat.
Cause you was going in on him. I would have commented too. First of all, no, I'm just playing. Wait. What I be doing to Jay? When he be getting on my nerves, I be like, first of all, Craig.
That part.
Who is that? I be being petty.
You so silly.
Yeah, y'all don't know. I'm just really trying to get to this little stinky hour, and I got like 40 more minutes. Not 40 more minutes, 40 more seconds.
40
and
more
I might.
minutes.
And that was your live yesterday, Rob. Not mine.
Yeah. I just let y'all talk. I'll be over here chilling like.
Look, and you be like, why ain't you saying nothing? Why didn't you say nothing? I'd be like, hell, because they were arguing. I'm not finna sit here and argue. I'm not finna sit here and break up no cat fight with grown men.
Listen, you supposed to jump in there. You supposed to help me out. She be seeing me over there, girl. I be in the struggle, girl. She be like, let me sip this tea. Cause I be like, hello. And that, but they just
And
be
then,
going back and forth.
but then it's gonna be like a whole like argument versus actually having a discussion. I feel like that's a lot of people issue. Like some people talk just to respond. They don't talk to understand. They don't talk to actually communicate with each other. So it's like I'm not gonna sit here and argue with y'all grown ass kids. I figure that out.
You so silly. Listen, that's how you know I've been a mom for too long, honey, because I just let them get it all out. And I be like,
Yep.
okay, and this is what is actually going on.
Look, you be like moving right along professionally and swiftly whenever y'all get through. Shit. Now that I can have my show back, my edge is back. Appreciate that.
That part.
And Jay, don't be in here in the comments talking about some LOL and you don't want to come up here and say nothing. Like you don't got kids with autism. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I see you guys. What day did I be on your show?
Wednesday.
See
You can
Wednesday
come on
Friday.
to Marvelous Geeks with us on Monday if you would like to.
Tomorrow, Monday.
No, tomorrow, Saturday.
Oh, you said Marvelous Geeks. I thought you said Monday if you want to. And I was like, I thought you said tomorrow, Monday if you want to. And I was like, bitch, what the fuck I been? Because I thought today was Friday.
Ain't nobody playing with you.
I probably thought that's what you said. That's how I was like, anybody watching this on replay, y'all gonna sit here and see my face like, damn, what the fuck I been? I was really over here pondering.
Ain't nobody playing with you. Do you watch Black Mirror?
No. We're watching right now. Me and Jay's watching what is that? Arrow and something else we've been watching. Blacklist on Netflix. Blacklist on Netflix. That's a motherfucker.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I love Blacklist. We used to watch it when it was actually on TV. But I'm gonna send you the episode that we're talking about this Monday. I think it would be good to have you up there. I think you're gonna have some strong opinions about it.
You know, I'm gonna be out there talking cash money.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try not to cuss. I'm gonna try to be, you know, centered in the Buddha of the conversation. I'm gonna be humble, you know.
Yes, and in your thing. Yes. Well, let me drop down so you could close out your show, and I will text you the episode, and I will see everybody later. Fly free because it's a privilege, and take care.
See you guys on next episode. Y'all probably will. I don't know. Y'all will get a video Tuesday and Thursday, and we go live on Fridays. So yeah, if y'all want to catch me on some other lives, y'all see me on our Be Privileged channel. Other than that, appreciate everybody for stopping by. Don't forget to join the membership. That's right next to the subscribe button if you have not joined the membership for exclusive content and for all of the live replays. Since you balling, I know y'all got $4. See you guys on the next one. Peace.